I hope everyone's at home doing a lot of sewing and staying safe. Today I'm going to walk you through the April mid-year block of the month. So one thing that we really haven't done a whole lot of in my block of the month is tiny piecing. So get excited because this block has some pretty tiny pieces in it. So here it is. It was really a fun block to make, but you should give yourself some time because there is some tiny little pieces going on there. So in your kit, you are going to find that you have a light green piece that you're going to cut into two 1-inch strips by the width of the fabric. You're going to have a dark green strip, and you're also going to cut that into two 1-inch by the width of the fabric. And then you're going to have another light green piece, which is half of a width of a fabric. I believe it's 22 inches. And you're going to trim that to make sure that it is 1 inch. So you're also going to have some of your choice fabrics. So for the Your Choice 2 fabric, you need 16 2-inch squares. For the Your Choice 1 fabric, you're going to need 5 2-inch squares. Then from your background, you're going to need to have 3 5.5 by 5.5 cut into 4s and 2 4x4s cut in half and 4 2-inch squares, which are going to be right there. So after you have cut all your pieces, the first thing you're going to do is make a strip set. And what a strip set means is you're just going to sew 3 of the pieces of fabric together. So you're going to take 2 of your light green width of fabric and 1 of your dark green width of fabric, and you're going to make a strip set that looks just like that, except yours is going to be a lot longer. And from that, you are going to cut 40 1-inch pieces. So this is what 1 inch looks like when you cut it off of your strip set. It's a pretty tiny little piece of fabric. So you're going to cut 40 of those. Yep, I did say 40, sorry. So after you do that, you're going to make the next strip set, which you're going to use this half of a width of fabric of the light green and half of your second 1-inch by width of the fabric. You'll cut that in half and you'll make a strip set of light green in the middle and dark green on the outside. From that one, good news, you only have to cut 20 of those. So from the light green, dark green, light green, you're going to cut 40 1-inch pieces. And from the dark green, light green, dark green, you only have to cut 20. So this is where the fun part starts. So you are going to make 20 9 patches. So you take 2 of the light greens and 1 of the dark green, and you're just going to nestle them together. So you'll have pressing instructions, which basically is press to the dark. So you can see that those pieces are just going to nestle right together. And you're going to make yourself a little 9 patch. So you're going to make 20 small 9 patches. That 9 patch at this point should measure 2 by 2. So after you've made 29 patches, we're going to start the block assembly. So on your directions, you will see that you are going to take 2 of the quarter square triangles, and you're going to sew. We're going to pretend this is a 9 patch in here. I didn't make any extras. And you're going to sew the 2 triangles onto the 9 patch. After, you're just going to lay your ruler down, and you'll understand the description on the directions after you see this. And I am going to cut the tips of that triangle off. So you can see I'm going to end up with a piece that looks like that. In the directions, you can see that that's exactly what I just did. So pretend that this was a 9 patch. I sewed on the 2 triangles and I cut off the top. I'm going to make my next row the exact same way. I'm going to take 2 more of the triangles, but this time I'm going to put a 9 patch, my choice. I think I used number 2 and a 9 patch, and I'm going to sew on my triangle, and then I'm going to cut off the top. I'm just going to nip those triangles right off. And then I'm going to do a 3rd row. So a 9 patch, my floral green fabric, a 9 patch, my floral green fabric, a 9 patch, sew on my other triangle, and cut off the top. So I'll have 3 pieces that look like that. And I'm going to sew them all together, and at that point I will have something that looks like this. So after it's sewn together, you're going to have a partial part of the block that looks like that. You're actually going to repeat that process, so you're going to make 2 of those. So that is all assembly of the 2 outsides. Then we just have to create the center of the block. So the center of the block is made by just piecing together a background piece, a 9 patch, your choice 2, your choice 1, your choice 2, your choice 1, your choice 2, a 9 patch, and a background 2-inch square. Then I'm going to make another row, and I'm just going to follow the directions like we always do, and I'm going to sew that row together, and then I'll do the 3rd row and sew that together, and I will make a piece that looks just like that. Then all you have to do is sew those 3 pieces together. So the 2 pieces that we made first and the center piece, you sew them together, and you're almost there. Then all you have to do is add on your 4-inch half square triangles, and you end up with a beautiful block. All you have to do is trim it to 12.5-inch square, making sure that you center it. I hope you enjoy tiny piecing. Some of the tricks I'll tell you This is probably the most important part, is the seaming, making sure that you get a good 1/4 inch seam when you're making your strip pieces, because if you get that very accurate 1/4 inch seam on all of your strip piecing, they're going to fit together like little puzzle pieces. So just take your time. They're fun to make. I will have to say I did not cut all my 40 pieces all at once. I found it more enjoyable to cut 2 of these pieces and 1 of these and make a little 9 patch, and then make another little 9 patch, and then make another little 9 patch. It just took out some of the monotony of having to cut 40 pieces and 20 pieces. So come on in and see us. We're open now. You can pick up the block anytime starting this Saturday, May 23rd. I'll actually have 2 blocks for you to pick up on that day, and we'll see if we can catch ourselves up. So come on by.